Good news, you've gone through the interviewing process and they're going to give you, or they have given you a job offer. And now comes this whole anxiety part around, geez, here's an offer. Should I take it? Should I not take it? Should I negotiate? I mean, maybe it's a little low or maybe it's really good. Maybe I should just take it. Should I negotiate? Well, does it hurt me if I don't negotiate? Do they expect me to negotiate? And you start getting your mind wrapped around a lot of different things. And I tell you, I interviewed so many people and they're like great through the whole interview process. They're just stunner. They're just top notch. And then we get to the offer part and like, oh, I'd like to make an offer, and they're happy. But then they're like losing their confidence. They want to ask some questions, but they're not sure about it. And they might say things like, is it okay to ask you a couple questions about the job offer? Well, of course it is okay to ask about the job offer. But they change in that. So in this part, to help you become less anxious and be more confident, actually be better at negotiating, we're going to talk about that here for a moment. So first off, with negotiation, the whole course is around anxiety, nervousness, how to overcome that. This is the best part. If they're giving you a job offer, you should be uber confident. You should feel confident now. Why? Because they want you. Don't give job offers to people they don't want. I mean, think how dumb that would be. Like, here's this job offer. Like, oh, great, I'll take it. Like, oh, wait, we didn't really mean to give you that offer. Like that doesn't make sense anyways, right? So you should be at your top confidence. And if you're not, feel confident about that. They're giving you a job offer. Now, you might think to yourself, oh, I still don't know if I'm the right fit for this. I still don't know if I'm confident to even take this job. That's okay. Those are very understandable things, but be confident in the fact that they gave you a job offer. So they, who are the experts in their organization, saw something in you and saw enough in you to say, we want you. And that's not something. They want you now. So you should feel confident in that. Even if you're not confident about, can I do this job? They think you can, and maybe they'll give you the training and everything to succeed. And understand that you have the power now and that you have the ability to really evaluate that. So they don't waste time negotiating. They don't waste time giving offers to people who they're, not going to, hire. Now, one thing about negotiation, it may differ from different cultures. I have, like I mentioned earlier, I'm blessed to have students from all over the world, so it might vary by culture. But everywhere I've seen that negotiating is expected, and especially in a job interview situation. In fact, when I would give job offers, I'd be a little bit less with the intention that they'll negotiate, and I'll have a little bit of room to come up because I have minimums and maximums I could do maybe with a job offer that I want to, fit for a particular candidate. So negotiation is expected, and they usually have a little bit of a bump in there, maybe 2 to 5% already built in that they're ready to give you, maybe even more depending how hard it is to fill the position and how great a candidate you are. Hard to fill positions with great candidates, they're willing to give more than easy to fill positions with lots of maybe good candidates. So negotiation is expected. Other thing too is understand the power curve. This will help you with confidence all throughout the process, but especially at the negotiation stages, understand the power curve and how now the power is shifted to you. So let's take a look at this curve here real quick and what I mean. So as you see on this graph with the power curve and the line going here diagonally, on the left is where your power grows. As you go up on the vertical axis, that means you're more powerful, you're more in control. And to the right is the time of the interview process. So as time goes by, the more interviews you do with an organization, you're further along in the process. So if you look at the line in the middle here, you can see screening interviews where they're interviewing lots of candidates. You don't have much power, you're early in the process, and they're really trying to screen out people for further interviews. You're very low on the power curve. But as the employer interest grows and the interview process continues and you keep going further, you eventually get to that point of the job offer, well, now you're at your highest part of power. Your power is grown because their interest is really high in you. And they've had you go through a long interview process, so they really know you as a candidate and they know where you're fit. So you're at your highest when you get your job offer. In fact, you'll never be higher than this at the organization because this is when they want you, this is when they got to pay you, this is when they got to, basically sell or recruit you to come on board, and they're giving you a job offer. After that, well, heck, now you're part of the team and now it's, the day-to-day work. So this is at your most powerful best is as you go further in the interview process, your power grows and eventually culminates in that job offer. So feel terrific about that. So that means that they want you. That doesn't mean as far as with your power curve that now you can ask for the world like, oh, you want to offer me X thousands of dollars in salary? Great. I want 20% more. Then they might laugh you out the building. Well, it depends. Maybe they'll give it to you. It doesn't hurt. But they'll certainly maybe look a little askance at that like, wow, we thought we made a fair offer and you're not even close to the ballpark. So with negotiation, a couple of things. One, you can always say no. Remember, you have the power now. You can always say no and go on to other interviews or other job opportunities. Isn't that great? You can say no. And they know you can say no, so they're That's why the negotiation comes in, and they want you to understand that. 2, talk about ranges. Ask the person, like, oh, you're offering me this is great. What's the top end of the range for this position? Could you go 5% more? Could you go 10% more? Talk about things around ranges, and they can maybe give you some insight and things that you can counter offer with. So talk about those ranges and discuss more than salary too. I know everything's around salary. Salary is important, but there's quality of life things that might be very important too. So maybe you have some questions around things like health benefits or vacation time or holiday or whatever it might be. Maybe there's some other things that are very important to you. That's a great time to ask questions about that, because early in the interview process, you're not talking about salary or anything because you're wanting to get them move up that power curve and get to the point where they give you the job offer. Now that you've got the power, now you're basically interviewing them, and understand that. And be polite, be professional, of course. Don't be a jerk about it, but understand now that you're in the position of power, you need to get the information so you can make a good choice whether to accept the offer and join the company, or negotiate or renegotiate, maybe a little higher salary, a little bit more benefits, whatever it might be. So as you go through the interview process, it's all been about the company trying to see if you fit with them and whether they want you. Now it's the same thing, but reversed, where it's now you thinking, yes, you want me, but do I want you? And hopefully, if it works out for both sides, they come together and you've got a great new job, great new career path, and a very, very exciting time. And hopefully this course helped play a part in that. But understand this part of negotiation and approach it from confidence, and you'll be a much better negotiator.